How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I thought I'd do this video a little bit different. I thought I'd do this outside because it being a rant video, and as the title suggests, as I keep saying, egg cutting rant. First thing I want you to do, guys, I want you to watch this bit of footage and then we'll discuss it after this footage, okay? Okay guys, as you know, I do cut my eggs, and I've showed this time and time again, but this is one of the reasons why I do cut my eggs. As you can see, we've got one of the snakes here, one of the babies, and the umbilical cord is actually the wrong side of where it needs to be. So what I like to do, I like to take action on this, and I like to basically just take, the snake's neck is coming this way and the head's going back down and back round. So what I like to do, I like to take it back the way it came through. This can be quite serious if it's not dealt with, so for me, I'd rather deal with it. Some people leave it, but for me, I'd rather give it a fair chance. So what I'm going to do, I've got a probe here which has got a sort of beveled edge, and I've just got the blunt side of the scissors, because that does help as well. I'm not going to cut anything, it's just there as an instrument. So just basically take the egg like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly try and just put the probe there and slowly put it around, just have a look exactly where it is. Okay, so as we can see, I'm pretty confident that the cord isn't attached anymore to the umbilical cord, sorry, isn't attached to a yoke, which means that the snake has absorbed most of the yolk, but we can still see here a little bit left. So it might be okay. I'm just going to maneuver it round slightly, see what we've got. So as it looks, I'm pretty confident that the snake has absorbed all of its yolk, which is good. Okay. So as you can see, the snake's coming back round this way. Just push the head from underneath, just being very gentle. Like so. There we go. Perfect. Okay guys, so that's one of the reasons obviously why I like to cut the eggs as well, just make sure everything goes okay through the process of them actually hatching and coming out. But there we have a nice spot-nosed het clown. Okay, from that footage you actually saw, because I cut the egg, I was able to keep an eye on that baby during its last day or two of being in the egg, and I noticed that obviously the umbilical cord potentially was wrapped around the baby. So I was able to do something about that, which in turn I feel helped me save that baby. Now I've noticed a few people whose videos I've been watching, and they've been very conservative, let's say, with cutting their eggs. These people have had great success with cutting eggs. However, for some reason this year they were waiting either for over half to pip or all of the babies to pip. And as a result, a few of those videos, a few of those people who filmed that, who allowed that, lost babies due to umbilical cords being wrapped around their babies, which is very sad, because I feel, and they feel, if they'd had kept to their original technique, they probably, more than likely, would have had great success. And this seems to have all stemmed from people who are attacking or bullying people for cutting eggs, and I don't get it. Myself, I cut eggs, I always have, and I have had great success. I have the data to prove that I have had great success as well. And a lot of these people who have been apparently named and shamed on some of the Facebook sites or pages, these guys have been doing it for years, and again, they have had great success. Now, I want to throw something out there, and I understand that we as breeders have a duty of care for our animals, and we do. But I also know that we have a duty of care of educating those who are coming into the hobby, the new people, the people who are looking to those who have been doing it a long time for guidance. And for me, I feel a few things. What we need to do is educate the new people coming into the hobby on the correct, or a good, let's say, good practice on how we do things or how things should be done. That doesn't mean we need to attack them, we need to slander them, we need to sort of show them that, you can't do this, the egg cutting police, let's say. Why waste time? Why waste effort? Why don't you help and educate people on how to do things, or how maybe they not should, but maybe to try doing it another way. What I mean by that is, I myself sometimes cringe when I see breeders cutting eggs with big scissors, or they're cutting them really sort of, especially with razor blades and stuff like that. That really, I'm not going to lie, that really does make me cringe. But I've also got to know that these people have been doing it a long time, and they know what they're doing. So for those people who are new coming into the hobby, you also need to take that into consideration and not grab your nearest razor blade. You need to bear in mind that these guys have been doing it a long time, and they know exactly what they're doing. You guys have seen me cut eggs. You know how I cut the eggs. You know I use those little baby scissors. And for me, if you are starting out in this hobby, those are exactly the ones I would say get. For me, I've never ever injured an animal by using those scissors. Yes, some people do laugh and joke and say big hands, little scissors. Yes, I know, but for me, it's a fail-safe. It's perfectly safe. I have no issues, and I genuinely do care. I do not want to make that mistake. Not that I don't trust myself with a razor blade. It's just, for me, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So the whole ranting side of this video is, I don't want us as a community to attack people. I want us to help people. I want us to, maybe instead of about to write a comment where it's going to put that person, or make them feel a certain way about that person, because I've certainly spoke to a few people this year, and they are scared to post their results of their clutch that they've been so excited for, that they've been waiting for such a long time. It's their first clutch, and they don't want to post it because they're scared of what people will say. And when in turn I've looked at the pictures, or I've looked at the footage, it's perfect. But because they are worried of how people will, and what they will say. And they've done nothing wrong, and this for me I feel is a real shame, because these people are the future of the hobby. These people bring a lot to the hobby. They're very proactive in a positive way, and yet they're scared to show the results of their hard work and their patience because they feel that they're going to get bullied or attacked. And I've certainly seen some messages that were sent to a person individually saying, you know, you shouldn't be cutting the eggs, when they know nothing. These people who say they shouldn't cut the eggs, they're not even a breeder. They don't know the ins and outs. And for me, I'd do a bit of research before you start sort of saying you shouldn't be doing this, because there are valid reasons sometimes for cutting eggs. Do I cut eggs to see what's inside? Yes, I do. Most people do. Let's be honest, okay? It's like Christmas. But the other side to that, and I wouldn't say it's even number 2, I'd say it's on par, is I want to make sure those babies have a chance to come out that egg. And certainly there's a video that was posted by a YouTuber not too long ago. Good friend of mine. Never spoke to him over the phone, but we've messaged, we've spoken, and unfortunately that person lost quite a lot of babies. He was out the country, and it went to day 60, I believe, and virtually every one of the babies that he lost, the umbilical cord was wrapped around it. That just goes to show it wasn't his fault. It was just one of those things. That just goes to show for me, if he was in the country and he was able to cut those eggs, and he did cut them on time, I do feel that he would have been able to save them. And I feel sorry for him, because it does hit hard when you do lose a baby, or you see a baby come out and it's kinked, or it's been strangled by the umbilical cord, which has stunted its growth in certain areas. So for me, I will always continue to cut my eggs safely and responsibly. If anyone wishes to bash me, that's fine. I've dealt with bullies before. I'll do it again. I don't care. I really do not care, because for me, those babies come first. And if that means I cut them a few days early before they pip, just in case I'm at work or I can't get back to cut them in time, I don't care. I know what I'm doing. And for those newbies out there, I shouldn't really say newbies, that's wrong. For those new people out there, do it responsibly. If you're going to do it responsibly. Cut clean, use the little baby scissors, cut carefully, make sure your temperatures in your incubator and the humidity is spot on. Research, and I say this all the time, guys, you must research, because research for me, even when I'm doing filming and I want to get a particular look on my video, or I want to take a picture or something, I'm going to research first the best settings or what's best to do. And again, guys, if you're going to look at incubators and you want to build your own incubator, I do have incubator building videos on this channel, which is very easy, very straightforward. A lot of incubators I've seen can be quite complicated. They use, you know, all sorts of methods, and to me it seems really complicated, but maybe I'm just thick, I don't know. But to me, I do have some incubator building videos, and I do have some egg box setting up your egg boxes videos, which is very idiot proof. You don't have to worry about the consistency of the water to vermiculite ratio. It's just straightforward. And you know, so always do your research. So for those new people who will be expecting eggs, who are going to cut, I would like I've just said, just cut sensibly, cut responsibly. These are your eggs. You are responsible for them. And just be mindful on what you're doing and how you're doing it. For those people who, and just touching base with some of those new people as well, there's a lot of breeders out there, a lot of long, old school time breeders and new time breeders, and we've all got our own different ways of doing things. And I feel that try and look over everyone's technique and see what's going to work for you, and then take bits from each one and maybe make it your own. And for those people out there who are responsible for these Facebook pages, who do name and shame, I don't see the shame, but for those people who do name and shame these so-called egg cutters, I don't believe I've got my name on there, so I'm a bit disappointed. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just adding my name to that, because I do cut eggs, I am proud of it, and I do save babies. So if I'm wrong, name and shame. However, for all those people out there who watch my videos, who have been doing this a long time or a few years, and you guys cut eggs, look at your data, stand by what you do. If you cut eggs, you cut them for a reason, and you've got the data for that. I know I have, and for that reason I will continue. And for those out there who don't like it, tough. Unsubscribe, unfollow, do whatever you want to do, but it's not going to stop me, because I have the data to prove that what I do is responsible and is within the welfare of that particular animal. So there we go, there's a little rant for you. So there you have it, guys. I just want to touch base on that one. I've been trying to do this video and thinking about doing this video for a long time. It's just having the right time and the right mindset to do it, because certainly when I found out a couple of weeks ago, I was really peed off that people out there have created this sort of environment where people are scared to cut eggs, and they have good reasons to, and they're also scared to post their results and share their happiness with other people, or with like-minded people, let's say. So, and there are a few videos out there, like I said, that have posted egg cutting videos, and they've cut them a little later than normal, and unfortunately the babies didn't make it. So I do believe they've learned not to listen to the minority, and to do and carry on how they feel. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Again, thanks for all your support. I know it's been a while since I've done a rant, but yeah, thanks for all your support, guys. I love and respect you all. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.